May 12, 2014, Deb Stone wrote an article that stated, "Study shows that abused and neglected children placed in foster care face lifelong challenges greater than children who remain with their families." A 2011 survey reported that 13% of all foster children run away from their foster care facilities, and 9% abandon their homes to live with strangers and friends. With 22% of any child population fleeing the system which adults have provided to keep them safe, means that something is terribly wrong. These youths may have insight that the rest of us fail to see. Studies show that foster care is a highway to health problems, homelessness, early pregnancies, arrest, incarceration, and sex trafficking. And those are just the lucky ones. Foster care alumni are 5% more likely to commit suicide, 8 times more likely to be hospitalized, and for serious psychiatric disorders. In this talk, I will be broaching the 3 solutions to these problems. Many bills have been passed in the last couple of years. 2 in particular have made a significant difference in the lives of adopted and foster care families. The first being the Every Student Succeeds Act. It was sponsored by Lamar Alexander and enacted in December 10, 2015. GovTrack states it is a biometric education policy reform bill that would expand state responsibilities over schools, provide grants to charter schools, and reduce the federal test-based accountability system of the No Child Left Behind Act, or the NCLB. Meaning, as a child grows older and remains in the foster care system, they will get benefits from the government so they can continue their education and health care. The second bill that has come to help many adopted children is the Adoptive Family Relief Act. It was sponsored by Senator Dianne Feinstein and enacted on October 16, 2015. GovTrack.com states that this bill is to be amended by Section 221 of the Immigration and Neutrality Act to provide relief to adopted families with immigration visa fees and other certain situations, which has created easier and healthier foreign adoptions. But sadly, this is not enough. My first solution to these is to deal with the regulations of mental health. Children in foster care should be able to have free psychiatric visits and mental health examinations. ABC News states that children in today's society are going into the foster system more disturbed and abused than ever before. A mentally healthy child will later create a mentally healthy adult in society, especially when our children make up 25% of our nation and 100% of our future. My second solution involves installing a regulated system for adopting children. This instills regulation on money that is given to the foster care parents for the care of their foster children. We have seen time and time again on how foster parents will adopt children only to use the grant money for the government. And instead of using this money for the children's health, education, lifestyles, they pay their own bills. With these regulations in place, it will ensure that the child will receive the full amount that will pay for their health care and education without the chance of it being stolen by their foster parents. In retrospect, all of these that I've mentioned will take years, money, and allocated resources to accomplish, but it takes only one bad experience to change a child's life forever. StirJournals.com states, every year, roughly the same number of children enter and exit the foster care, keeping the annual census around 400,000 children at any given time. In 2012, children entered foster care number 254,162. The child welfare industry employs more than 1 million adults to serve foster children and their families at an annual cost of 15 to 20 billion. So, in conclusion, why are we willing to spend 20 billion on just instituting social workers? Then I don't see why we can't have some of these resources to ensure that these children are protected and safe.